with caution.
What is up, my cautious dudes, and welcome to another YouTube video. This time we are continuing the Dune2k tournament finals that happened between NN and Schizo King. So, without further ado, let's go. Hello? Hello? I'm doing a fucking video, get the fuck out of here! Alright boys, we are back in the lands of Dune, the lands of spice. We are here at part 2 of the Dune2k tournament finals that happened quite some time ago. I know it's been a long time since part 1, but you know, with all the holidays and vacations and shit, things got a little bit out of control. But we are back, and we have Mr. Schizo King on the left side, and we have NN on the right side. So it is currently 2-0 for NN. NN provided some very nice plays so far, and yeah, it's been an absolute blast watching these two people play. So much that I decided to participate in a new tournament for Dune. Am I good at Dune? No. Was I good at RA? No. So, you know, it doesn't even matter. But we're gonna try it anyways. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it, because there's a lot of things that these people actually changed to the game that I didn't really like. The only thing that I did like, sorta, was the worms. But I also really hated that as well, because there was this one time where I just started and there was a worm and it just took my first harvester and I was fucking screwed. And then I had to sell my refinery and some other stuff, but even then I didn't have enough money to make a new harvester or a new refinery, so I was fucked because of the worm. So I can see why, for competitive reasons, it got removed. But on the other hand, I like the worm. How, you know, it's cool. It has its ups and downs. But you know, obviously, like I said, for competitive play, it's not that great. Anyways, back into the game. We got some early game aggression going towards Schizo King. By the way, NN is playing Harkonnen, and Schizo King is playing a treatise. Some scouts from Schizo King are set up, and he knows what's coming. On the other side, let's see, he went for a heavy factory, heavy factory and 3 refineries, and NN is currently on heavy factory as well, and he went for 2 refineries, but he decided to sell off one of his refineries, and he's probably gonna put the 3rd refinery. Oh, I thought he was going to put it up here, but nope. Maybe that's because the carryalls actually provide a bit better eco if the refineries are grouped together, because then they're not going to go zigzag all the way around, so they're going to the same spice, where all the same harvesters are located. And yeah, that probably might be it. Then it reduces the travel time for the carryall. Pick up all the harvesters. Okay, alright. I'm learning. Hope I'm correct. Anyways, these rifles might go for the wind trap here. For the power plant. Yep, wind traps just like in RA. Probably have wood armor. So they die pretty fast to rifle fire. Schizo trying to go for crushes with his combat tank. And should be able to preserve that wind trap. He went for a repair pad, so he's going to be able to unlock an MCV. Is he going for an MCV already? He is. Actually, so far it looks kind of similar to OpenRA, to like RA strats so far. I think there's the new MCV. He's going to move out and going to set up over here. Now I wonder how this game could turn out. But what if you moved your MCV aggressively and set it up over here, for example? That would be very high pressure against NN. And to be honest, it could be done. definitely could be done. I'm actually looking forward to trying this game out a bit more. Let's have a look at the comment tab in the meantime. Pretty similar. Schizo being slightly ahead. Yeesh. You always hear those bones crushing in Dune. It's kind of funny. Alright, so Schizo set up camp over here to get some more eco going. Currently we have 10 harvesters for N and 7 for Schizo, but Schizo with the first expansion. And probably will follow soon after. Yep. Wow, actually, I'm not sure if I like that, but Schizo is going for another MCV. I wonder why. He's going for 3 MCVs, where he could also potentially just move out the main MCV. I think that's possible in this game. I think I've seen it happen in the first 2 games that we watched. Where's that one going? That one's going over there. Yeah, that one could potentially go for... He could have potentially gone for that with his main MCV. Yeah, I don't know much about this game yet, but like I said, I'm looking forward to actually playing this. You know, it's something different, and it's starting to grow out to be like a pretty active community as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Okay, we got an outpost, so NN is on tier 2. Let's see for Schizo. I think Schizo is still on tier 1. Yep. Oh, but he catches that MCV off guard, and just like in RA, MCVs don't have that much armor, and that MCV goes down. That's a 2k MCV getting destroyed right there. That's pretty nice for Schizo, to be honest. Very nicely done. Trying to flank NN's base. He doesn't have that many troopers, so he won't be able to deal that much damage against vehicles. He does have the combat tanks with him, but I'm seeing a lot of lack of troopers, to be honest. We saw that in the first 2 games as well, which these forces are just being depicted and they're getting sent to the meat grinder, which is the combat tank's wheels. Yep, as we can hear the bones crushing. Oh, move commands here as well. They're getting utterly destroyed. This attack did not work out. However, Schizo still had the MCV, which is going to be very bad for NN's eco. But NN has access to tier 2, so he can make siege tanks and all that jizzle, which is very good against rifles. Damn. Small raid here with tanks onto the harvesters, really nice because there's no forces actually that can deal with those harvesters. Schizo going in for the crushes over here in the south. Loses all of his tanks, though he doesn't have the trooper capacity to deal with the combat tanks from NN as fast as NN did. Very close battle so far. Both players trading a lot of blows. And then trying to go for more crushes, but yeah, Schizo should be able to clean that up. Another MCV here. And how many MCVs does he have? He's on 4 MCVs. That's insane. That's a lot. I feel like that's a waste. Yes, you'll produce buildings a lot faster eventually, but you also lose a lot of production time in terms of tanks because you're going for MCVs the entire time. Nice raid here. Managed to take off a refinery. It's not that huge of a deal, to be honest. But and he's definitely taking some losses here. Schizo's gonna retreat with his combat tanks. In the meantime, in the south, and is trying to push forward. But massive reinforcements coming from Schizo. Doing some nice crushing work with the combat tanks, and he's gonna clean this up. The janitor squad has arrived. Schizo is knocking onto the door of the expansion from NN, the one he failed to take with the previous MCV. MCV got sniped before it actually reached, and now these refineries might be picked off as well. Schizo definitely very aggressive in this situation, has a nice army advantage. Going for more crushes, can he do it? Seems like he has the combat tank quantity to make it happen. But he is getting pushed off eventually though. A lot of losses there actually. High-tech factory, I think that means he's on tier 3. We haven't seen any tier 2 units from NN at all. Let's see what he's building. Some more refineries, infantry, combat tanks, and he's going for the carry-alls to increase his income. And on the other hand, Schizo is, I believe Schizo is still on... Oh no, he has an outpost. He's on tier 2 currently. Have a look at the eco as well while Schizo is fighting off and in the south once again. 21 harvesters for Schizo versus 17 for NN. Have a look at the earnings graph. Yeah, man, Schizo is just going crazy in terms of spice harvesting. And the army graph is pretty much similar. However, NN is trying to equalize it. Did a pretty good job so far in terms of defense, especially that one engagement that happened over here was pretty crucial. Well, Schizo definitely with the map control and the better eco so far. The pressure is relentless, but NN is still holding. Another eco raid here in the middle. Oh, I feel like he should have attacked from this angle and try to preserve more of his units, but the pressure has been relentless. But in terms of army value, he's definitely, NN is definitely catching up. Schizo is throwing away a lot of stuff. Is that a grenadier? It is. There's another MCV from Schizo. Where's that one going? That one is going to go over there. Yeah, Schizo is just slowly but surely taking the entire map. There's the siege tank tier 2 unit that is pretty much just like the artillery in OpenRA. Very effective against infantry. Meanwhile, on the other side, Schizo is attacking from both angles, trying to assault the main base and trying to put pressure onto the expansion. What? This is literally chaos. This is actually very entertaining to watch. Where's he going? Oh, I think he's gonna try and preserve the MCV that's on its way, yep. Lots of carry-alls from Schizo. I mean from NN. Now it's NN trying to launch a counter-attack. Yeah, only infantry against these massive amount of siege tanks who can deal a lot of splash damage. That is not going to end well. That's a ton of siege tanks as well. Holy shit. There's the MCV, but actually Schizo needs to set it up quickly. Does he have a defense ready as well? Not really. There we go. Yeah, he has a gun turret ready. But he didn't deploy. I think he completely forgot about the situation. I think he's probably busy doing other stuff. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That MCV goes down. And then saying, no, you're not going to take more of the map. This is my town. Big battle here in the south with a lot of siege tanks. Oh man, all those siege tanks are literally destroying the infantry to pieces. But is the defense spam going to work? Looks like NN might be able to hold. Actually didn't even kill any important structures. Yeah, slowly but surely, just like the first two other games, to be honest, and then he's slowly making a comeback. I just feel like Schizo sometimes just makes the wrong decisions in trying to close out the game, resulting in sending a lot of his forces towards their dead. That's pretty much what happened in, I think it was especially the first game. $29 harvesters for Schizo versus 17 of NN. But yeah, look at the army value going up and down that much, and even so, NN still manages to equalize it. Combat tanks in the main base from Schizo. And then trying to deal some damage. And then actually went into quads right now. These are light factory vehicles. Don't have that much armor, but they're pretty good against heavy armor units. Harvester going down here. More harvesters from Schizo are being sniped. Oh no, and that, oh my god. Oh, loses the carryall as well. God damn. That carryall had a death wish. And he took the harvester with him. Is he gonna lose another carryall? Ooh, oh my. Oh my god. This is disgusting. Is there any way to stop this from happening actually? Because I know the carryalls are automated. That's actually a problem. And then pushing here on into the south. He's got a lot of quads, so they're not really being great versus infantry. He's trying to use the quads to snipe the siege tanks. Actually succeeds in doing that. The concave from Schizo here is a lot better, and now he's bringing trike support as well, which is perfect against infantry. They're pretty much the buggies of Dune. They're decent against quads as well because they're light armor. And now Schizo all of a sudden with a huge lead and still managed to take this expansion here in the middle, but might be stopped. Hopefully we're seeing some gun turrets being built by Schizo, but doesn't seem like that's the case. Okay, he's saying fuck you and he sold his MCV. Oh, okay. There's the tier 2 unit, missile tank. I think it's tier 3. Has pretty long range. Massive assault here onto the base, but there's so many gun turrets from NN. Schizo does not want to push into that. NN holds for the bazillion time. But here's another force that breached through though, and this one could actually be game changing. Main base is completely left vulnerable. There are siege tanks and missile tanks for Schizo here. Can he deal with it? Yeah, Schizo is just all over the place right now. And pushed his luck here in the south after going for a very solid defense. And he's gonna set the MCV up over there, but that does not work. That MCV is done. Meantime, main base seems like NN defended off the attack. It's losing a ton of harvesters though. Carryall goes down as well. More carryalls go down. Oh my god. Yikes. Lots of eco being lost here for and yeah, 8 harvesters versus 24. Having 8 in this game is not much at all. Ooh, there we see the Devastator. I think that's a Harkonnen specific unit. Oh, support power being used, it seems. There's battles going on everywhere right now. It's ridiculous. And then still trying to hold on. Has a small expansion set up on the right side with a heavy factory. That was actually a mistake from Schizo, I think. And then actually manages to fix these tanks in a good position. Go for crushes. And he actually might take a pretty good engagement here at the top. Huge battle so far, as usual. This time I fear. And then the Schizo has this in the bag. 33k army value versus 11k. This is one of those situations where NN can be at different places at once. And that's exactly what Schizo can do. He's putting the pressure onto the expansion. But at the same time, he's massing a giant attack. Ready to go for this expansion yet again. So definitely putting the pressure onto the expansion more. I would have loved to see him doing something with this army. Like, he's just moving it up and down. Maybe it's on patrol, but NN is gonna call the GG. He knew what time it is. And is this the comeback? It is now 2-1. And Schizo finally comes up onto the scoreboard. Welcome to the scoreboard, buddy. Happy to have you here. Now let's move on to the next game. Alright, game number 4 is on its way. Schizo King with an amazing third game finally shows up on the scoreboard. Is starting on the left side, playing as, I think it's called the Ordos, right? Yes, Ordos. And once again playing with Harkonnen. This is an interesting map. Depths. Actually, this one actually looks pretty competitive if you ask me. The thing is, the game is pretty different compared to all the others because, like, it's not, you can't set up your MCVs everywhere. You have to set these up on these more like darker, I guess it's hardened sand or something like that compared to the other ones. But I feel like, once again, having control over the middle on this map is pretty darn good. Oh shit. Okay. I think it's a best of 5. And I think NN wants to cheese it out. Sold his MCV. Went for 3 Raxes. And he's gonna cheese this game out. And it might work. It's not being detected so far. Yes, he lost his scouts. That's about it. And look how much infantry he actually can make. Wow, these refineries take damage like crazy. So he should try and use the harvesters to go for some crushes. That's exactly what he's doing. Trying to crush all the infantry, but look how much he's still popping out of these Raxes. Schizo probably has no money left. He does not have money left. He doesn't have refineries either. He calls the GG and he just leaves just like that. No surrender. Immediately exits the game. Was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I am done. I am completely done with your shit. And with the cheese. Closes it out in roughly 3 minutes after such a pretty freaking good game from Schizo. It has to end like this. Well, it worked. That's the thing. It worked. And is your first since long time Dune2k champion of this tournament. Congrats to NN, and definitely well played from Schizo as well, especially that third game. But unfortunately it had to end like this. It was a big risk for NN, but it worked out for him pretty well. Thanks a ton for watching, boys. My name is Caution, and don't forget to stay cautious.